Well, how's it going, everybody? Chris Hare here, the world champion crypto cowboy, and we're going to go over 3 crypto safety tips to save your portfolio. It's really important. You know, you need to have some safety measures in place. You need to have some things in place to make sure that you don't lose your money because capital preservation is key. So we're going to go over a few things. There's not really going to be a lot of charts or any kind of visuals on this. I'm just going to sit and kind of talk to you about it, and we'll just kind of go over it all. So you want to diversify strategically across all your narratives, because if you put all your money in AI and then something else went nuts, then you're left in the dust. So I would spread it around 5 to 10 different assets in different sectors, like maybe Bitcoin and Ethereum for your blue chips, and they're going to be the most stable out of all of them. They're really the ones that I trade the most because they're not quite as volatile. So you're going to want to load those a little heavier. Then go into some mid caps and things like that. With maybe a little less of an investment, and then your small caps, I would do even smaller. So you want to aim for like a 50-30-20 split, majors, mid caps, to small caps, if that makes sense. And I would revisit those quarterly and see which ones have performed the best, and then maybe you can kind of reposition your strategy, if that makes sense. And I would leverage AI tools and set risk limits. And you use AI powered platforms like Token Metrics, similar to analyze trends, predict dips, and automate alerts. You can do the same thing with TradingView. So avoid emotional trades by setting stop losses at 10 or 20% below your entry points. A pretty good idea. And take profits at 2 to 3 times your target. And this can save your portfolio from crashes, that are common in crypto, by exiting bad positions early or preserving capital for better opportunities. Last but not least, I think I'd do your own research, watch for scams and anything that you think's like, oh, it's going to make you $1 million overnight. It's not going to, guys. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Research these things different. Block time for project audits. Check team credibility. And use tools like CoinGecko for online chain metrics before investing in 2026 maturing market. Avoid FOMO into hype tokens. Focus on the fundamentals. Dodge rugs or pump and dumps. Wipe out 70 or 90% of the speculative portfolios anyway. Remember, like I said, if it sounds too good to be true, probably is. Meme coin's not going to make you $1 billion. It's highly unlikely. It rarely happens, but everybody talks about the one guy that does, and everybody thinks they do. You're better off to go to the casino, put that money in a slot machine, pull the handle. You're going to come out with the same outcome. But I hope that helps you out. I hope it kind of gives you a better idea of how to position everything and get into a strategy that might be a little more profitable for you. But I'm going to wrap it up with that. My name is Chris Hare, the world champion crypto cowboy. I really appreciate you guys watching. See you down the road.